Many of us are afraid of drawing, of burning, of going out at night, of walking alone, of suffering, or the darkness. But everything will lead us to one thing: death. One of the greatest fears of the human being is to die, even though this is more common than one can imagine. Every day thousands of cells die in our body. Every day thousands of crushed ants die. Every day trampled plants die. Animals by hunting, children by famine, men by wars, and peace by weapons. They may have different reasons, some are unfair and unfortunate than others, or there is a process that we are going through, whatever the reasons. But what is beyond this? What is beyond pain, to stop breathing, drowning, and the last flow? What is beyond the darkness? What lies beyond death? Many civilizations told thousands of stories about death, and how it was part of the nature. The Sumerian thought that after dying, the soul wandered through the darkness of hell. The Egyptians prepared their rulers with precious objects for eternal life. Many Roman thinkers considered that the body and soul were extinguished after dying, just as they also had gods over the underworld, and that this was the last step of life. Christians think of eternal salvation, Buddhism in enlightenment, and enduring reincarnation, but who believe for the first time in death as the main deity? That is closer than we believe, and it's believers too.
Life comes and goes, flows through the history of a thousand of stories and situations about what the world is involved because of the man's decisions. His intrigue and his curiosity about the surrounding have to make the world we know today, with its magic, nature, and mysteries behind it. And it's these things that lead us to look for the origin of La Niña or Saint Death. To find where comes the beliefs of the Saint Death, a lot of history leads us to the origin of the civilization one, the first ethnic groups, of the theory of the world, and the polytheistic beliefs. Because of adoration of the Saint Dead, many speak of the Aztec and that their ideals have endured through time. They believe that, like corn, we were born from the earth, because they would have the same properties of a mother womb. And the same way, it would work like a vagina with teeth that would devour the human body. Once dead, for 4 years the soul would go through 9 phases and finally meet the gods of death, which would give eternal rest for the soul, Mictlantecuhtli and Mictlantecuhtli. For the Aztec, death was very important. It was a symbol of victory and approach to the gods, as in the ball game the winners and losers was sacrificed, or even in sacrifice to feed the sun to continue the cycle of life, because its great desire, according to the pre-Hispanic beliefs, have to be fed with sacrifice and human blood. Another theory takes us back to the time of the conquest, with the arrival of African people as a slave and with the cultural shock. This is where we can mention the theory that talks about the practice that comes from the worship of the god of Yewa, who would be the goddess of the underworld of the Yoruba community in Africa. More stories tell us an Indian in Guatemala in 1650 was in complete agony about to die because of an epidemic, was when he had a vision of a talk of a skeleton and dressed in bright clothes, who would be San Pascual Bailon, who he was a 16th century Spanish friar. This representation told him to the indigenous that they should adopt him thus as their patron and that they should venerate him. Just as he predicated, in 9 days the indigenous would die and the epidemic would end, thus fulfilling his word. This cult to San Pascual began to spread and became popular in Guatemala and Chiapas. On the other hand, in Querétaro there was a coronado skeleton in Yahuitlán, and in 1797 a figure would appear in Guanajuato that would be called the Saint Death. According to the story, in 1950, representation of the Saint Death in Mexico began to appear clandestinely, and it was little by little they began to make prayers in the markets of the center of the city. And finally, there is a talk that in the mid-60s a deity appeared in the form of a skeleton, who told him he was the Saint Death and that this man will be the mediator among the deities that could do and the earthly work. But despite these stories or association, there is nothing completely proven to tell us on what date or in what situation this cult was really born. But what is clear is that the people who integrate this cult are those that haven't found an answer in other beliefs, being the same that found within the reach of the devotees without neither a representative or a leader, like some priest or by means to communicate with her. But then, how do they do it? What they really do in this worship, at least here in Tabasco?
To answer the previous questions, we took on the task of researching in different markets of the city and also some of the municipalities for the information that could give us this belief. But unfortunately, no one of the interviewees wanted to be recorded, so we respect their decision. However, they explained to us that there are several who arrived their establishment without any distinction. They become from all the social classes, from the countryside and from the city. Even people with enough money have arrived at the premise to buy figures and also sandals for the good luck. At these shops, we can find objects for all the kinds, from bats and salt to attract fortune, money and love, religious images and charms, and even candles and ceramic figures from various sides of the same dead. They explained to us that the dead is divided into several colors in the rose, such red for love, yellow for money and love, blue for work or school, and green for the health. But all of these don't compare with the power that the image of the same dead has with the Black Trinity, because it is considered as the most powerful of all. This is the one that you could ask anything that you want, but there is something important here. The people that arrive here are always for some of the necessities that we mentioned before, but the saint dead is so powerful, so if she gives you something, you must reply with something like a deal. But if you don't satisfy her with what she asked you, she can take you from beyond from what she gave you. The saint dead is so dangerous, she's strong and it's not to play with her. So if you ask for something, and if you don't comply her with what she's going to ask of you, as she can give you something, she can take it away. It was in the provincial market in Los Juarez, where we had the contact with a family who could give us the number of Mr. Luis Maria, who will be the one of the greatest representative people of the cult of the Saint Dead.
Por eso estás aquí. Yo no te esperaba. Escuchar esto despertó mi atención y le conté lo que encontraba en mi casa, por lo que me recomendó que cuando volviera a ver la imagen, la tomara y envolviera con un pañuelo blanco y le hiciera una petición. En ese entonces, mi esposo estaba desempleado, por lo que pedí con mucho fervor a que encontrara ocupación y a la semana fue contratado en Pemex, trabajo que conserva hasta la actualidad. Agrega que luego de esto nació su hija menor, Lupita, quien está por cumplir 23 años, al mismo tiempo que lleva de devoción. A los 3 años se le detectó autismo y fue sometida a un largo tratamiento. Hoy los médicos no se explican cómo es que mi hija terminó una carrera, pues es puericulturista, y esta es una de las mayores bendiciones que conservo de la niña blanca. A partir de ahí empezó a observar actitudes inexplicables en mi vida. Uno de mis primeros trabajos con la Santa Muerte fue limpiar la cuartería que daban una renta a una amiga, y ya no tenía clientes. Era el único sostén que tenía con su marido, quien no podía trabajar. Entonces, escondidas de mi esposo, que rechaza este culto, acudí al lugar y pedí el material que iba a necesitar, lo que no me dejaba de sorprender porque no conozco nada de eso. Acabé muy agotada sin saber cómo manejar las energías y sensaciones que iban surgiendo. Otro testimonio que evidencia mi comunión con ella es que en una ocasión, rezando el rosario, entré en trance. Mejor dicho, la muerte se posicionó de mi cuerpo y pidió a mi marido que me dejara trabajar. Luz María también rememoró que leyó las cartas del tarot sin saber. Yo le decía a los solicitantes que tenían las cartas, pero desconozco cómo se interpretan. Insistieron tanto que las saqué. Hice lo que se debe hacer y se fueron satisfechos. Por eso creo que este gran ser de luz me ha ido guiando para ayudar a toda la gente que acude a mí, por recomendación de otros. Además de pacientes de distintos lugares de Tabasco, llegan de Campeche, Chiapas y Chihuahua, entre otros, quienes me conocen como Mamá Luz. Hace 3 años me separé de mi esposo, porque considero que he cumplido mi ciclo con él, y desde entonces me dedico en cuerpo y alma al culto de la Santa Muerte. Soy su mediadora, su instrumento, porque a través de mí mucha gente recibe su benevolencia, ya que recuperan su salud o resuelven sus problemas. Yuri me comenta que la Santísima me eligió para esto, por mi nombre, Luz y María, y por M de muerte. Señala tras comentar que tengo enfermos que se han curado a distancia con dejar su fotografía, nombre y fecha de nacimiento. Siempre les pido que antepongan su fe, pues de manera espiritual ella acude al lugar. Al preguntarle qué siente cuando entra en trance con la muerte, Luz María detalla que le cambia la voz, se le eriza la piel, siente cansancio y sueño. A veces cuando la invoco en el altar y no me da la señal esperada, me retiro a descansar y le pido con mucha devoción que me mande su orientación en sueños o su voz quedita en el oído izquierdo. Mi comunicación con ella es muy hermosa. Estoy agradecida por todo lo que da, indica la guía espiritual.
My experience about this investigation, I think that it's very important to mention it because in the start we mentioned the topic of the Holy Dead has some ideas to make this investigation, but when we started to talking about or to start to investigate, we really see the way that the people or the society can see it. For example, in my case, the way that I investigate is like as a research or basing or the way that the investigation was treated. And this is something important because different social opinions are something current to platforms. It's the way that we started to know more about this topic. Something that I could see throughout this investigation is that sometimes the people, like or you mentioned the topic of the Holy Dead, they is scary and all the information or the opinions that they have is something that is like it's a relation that has with satanic beings, and I think that it's not the most important things that we need to say it. An example of this is because a woman called Luz Maria, that is the most representative woman in all the state about this like religion, and we're talking about they are building like as a church a topic of the Holy Dead, and with this the society can see more about it, and you don't have to study to make or to practice, but if you know something about it, it's better because you don't change your mind completely, or you open your mind to new things or to new ideas. It's important to mention too, or also that the way that the people can see it, it's different depending their city or the place that they born. For example, I was born in Oaxaca, and here when I was a child, I come to Tabasco, and the religion is like similar, but the topics like the Holy Dead, we cannot represent it because we're not going to have a relation with this type of religion. So I think that it's important to know about it, to not close our minds and realize that it in all the world has a lot of things that we need to see it. We don't have to say or think that we're only the better of the most important religion just for we are practicing, and that's all I have to say.
Que le pregunte, eso dice, ¿no? Que pregunte. Pregunten. ¿Qué quieren saber?
Pero es así, ¿no? Es así, ¿no?
Pregunten. ¿Qué quieren saber?
Pero sobre...
Lo que quieras. Trabajo, escuela, familia, problema personal, economía. El futuro, el presente. A ver, Fanny, pregunte.
Va a ser muy chistoso. Pero sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
México va a terminar, como muchos dicen, como Venezuela.
¿Qué contacto escogieron? ¿Qué contacto escogieron?
Otra pregunta.
¿Eso qué es?
No.
¿Es un no?
¿Puedo preguntar otras cosas? Ok. La situación económica de México va a mejorar en el futuro. La situación de México va a mejorar. Tenemos contacto. ¿Otra pregunta?
Apúrense.
Otra pregunta.
No sé, sí.
Pregunta tú.
No sé, Dios mío.
Apúrate porque se está cansando.
Voy a entrar a la universidad que quiero, a la UNAM.
Experience with this deity was curious and some creepy. I never thought to see this topic so thoroughly. The truth is that the Holy Dead is a deity that there is to respect, because when we die, she will be the one who will be with us and will guide us to the beyond. Do not wait to see that in the markets they sell too much mercancy and even what there are too many types of death that they sell, and these are divided by colors. There are red, pink, purple, black, etc. And each of these serves for something different. Some are for good things and others are for bad things. This depends on the use give them. I also did not know that in Tabasco there was the maximum representative of the holy death in the south of the Mexican Republic. That surprised me a lot, since I did not suspect it. In the market I found a sorcerer, but he did not want to give me the interview, since it is a delicate subject. It was a difficult documentary to do since our parents limited us to the exits to go to record about the holy death, since it is a very sensitive topic.
por pestañas, niña, que por pestañas no hay niña que la tenga por toda la España. Y te voy pintando y pintando al laico del brasero, ya a la vez me voy quemando por lo mucho que te quiero. Válgame San Rafael, tener el agua tan cerca y no poderla beber.
The information that we have about the Holy Dead is not completely wrong in our state because of 196 interviews where we see a Catholic average, upper middle class, female students of high school, a little more, with 52.6%, have considered it is as another religion. The 70% have an idea that was born in pre-Hispanic Mexico, together with the stories of the slave of the conquest. Comparing this information with the close data, we could find a 66.3% consider that the practice of veneration towards the Holy Dead are similar as other religions. The most curious point is that of the 196 respondents, 42 of them fully accept this practice, while 43 people are in complete disagreement. Then, what happened with the 111 people? This issue is still a taboo in society, and the clearest example we can mention is that the 196 people were the result of a survey of 325 people, which means that there is much to learn because 103 considered they did not know what enough to give their opinion, while 26 decide better not to carry out the survey because it is the subject. Another fact to mention is that of the 196, a little less than half associate the belief towards the Holy Dead with sacrifice, Ouija, the use of animals, self-harm, obscurantism, witchcraft, sins, blood, immoral, drug trafficking, and even satanism.
The belief towards Holy Dead is nothing more than a religious practice that has become controversial since the use of its very name. This research was done in order to eliminate the misconception that it's held out believers and thus change the mentality that its group is associated with satanism, witchcraft, drugs, violence or crime, and be able to show that it's practiced in another religion. The evidence present can change the mentality of thereby show that it's practiced in a different way than what series of films show us. We want to change the mentality of people so that in the future this practice can be seen as a normally that someone believes in Christianity, Buddhism, or Islam. That in the future we live without prejudice, and that even the same laws can ensure the security of free belief of religious image. We know that there are three social groups that can be against not only of investigation, but of believers themselves. There are the Christian and the Catholic Church, and all the followers for going against their beliefs and their own conception of what is called their morality. Because at present we can manifestation against this group as a witnesses. All of these are the messes that usually occur behind back to Holy Dead in Mexico City to evangelize the believers of Holy Dead. Another group that will go against will be the police or the civil protection groups because for them, the adoration of the dead are synonymous with vandalism, material destruction, and damage to public safety. And with that chin, this type of documentary only promotes with such vandalism. Another example regarding this is that the mass occurred in a house, and the neighborhoods will find out. They will call the authorities, and they will remove the people immediately, violating the right of free belief, as well as the privacy established in our Mexican Constitution, only because the neighbors are complaining about the practice. And I thought it seems unfair and probably this wins because they think that it's moral, weights more to what it's freedom. Finally, we want to mention the Paris Geyser documentary, since have we many the old ideology that these groups only dedicate themselves for satanism, drugs, prostitution, and everything that goes against to the family idea. To expose better, we can talk about our parents and the reactions that we've heard about this documentary.
Bueno, primero que nada, yo sé que es un trabajo de investigación que les están asignando en alguna materia y bueno, ustedes tienen que cumplir como alumnos que son. Ahora, no estoy muy de acuerdo en el tema de investigar sobre la Santa Muerte, que es más que nada un culto, no puedo decirla como religión, porque es algo que persiguen muchas cosas oscuras. Entonces, mayormente los que se aferran a algo sobre la Santa Muerte, principalmente son las personas que están en las cárceles, no cualquier persona tiende a estar venerando a la Santa Muerte. Entonces no estoy muy de acuerdo, no creo en la Santa Muerte, no persigo ese culto.
The veneration towards Saint Day doesn't go beyond the cradle of the unprotected. They're a community that has been helped and has found a refuge in this image, meaning for protection, for help, for money, luck, for the support that other than there is denied them. Saint Day has been the symbol of the immoral, of the denied, of what is outside of social standards, of the poor, of the needy, of the unprotected, of the refugees, of those who died and were reborn. Today we live in a pressurized society, full of fears and insecurities that are accustomed to judge without knowing or working themselves. A closed society full of lies and false Christian communion. One that seeks social approval at the expense of moral hypocrisy. And this egocentricity will not allow us to observe the possibilities that exist with this documentary, such as the fact that we can begin an investigation about the pre-Hispanic culture and its conception towards what life is, or perhaps the beginning of the conception of drugs and adolescent environments, or the culture of family pride and protection between social groups that give rise to street gangs. See how different religions are practiced in Tabasco, or we can even begin the study of internalized classism, how it affects our perception and social prejudice. We are living, thinking, and imaginative fragile begins in this chaotic world, where human beings who cry and travel, laugh and learn, who come and go, who flow with the war and fears for the wilderness, humans who like to walk and turn life into experience full of memories and love, humans who feel and believe, think and doubt, humans who speak and judge, who listen and feel, humans who live and who die. This world goes beyond exposing this veneration, explaining its actions and meaning. It is based on understanding, stopping the prejudice, and seeking equal rights and respect for others. The beliefs of someone else shouldn't be grounds for discrimination or sort of backwardness. We are going to die, some of us earlier than others faster than you or me. Some will die alone, others badly accompanied, some in famine, others in poverty. Maybe he for alcoholism, and she for only being a woman. Some will die for our lives, others for their vanity. Many of us will see the fierce fall, and the last will run to be the last. But the only thing in this life that is secure, we are going to meet once in life, the death.
Tengo dos besos pendientes, uno por cada mejilla y un abismo de cristal por cada herida. Tengo el espacio carente que ocuparía tu abrazo si se nos diera el caso de vernos lejos de la gente. Tengo la vida muy corta